Hello everyone, my name is Construct and we play Goat format Yu-Gi-Oh! Let me welcome you to Archetype Overload. Here we use only one archetype, attribute or any specialty of it to build as many decks as possible. I hope you saved some time because this will come all this week. I think I said it all, let's get to the deck. Welcome to day 2 of our Harpy week. I hope you had fun so far. Today's topic is all about Sacred Phoenix of Nephthys. We love this card, it's a fan favorite and it fits the deck pretty good because when I was planning the Harpy week and planning the decks I want to use, I was like, man, Sacred Phoenix, it's a winged beast. There has to be some synergy. So I came up with this deck. It's the first control-ish deck of this week, but let me guide you through. Of course, we have the one himself, Sacred Phoenix of Nephthys. If you don't know what it does, once per turn during your standby phase, if this one got destroyed by a card effect, you can bring it back, and if it comes back, it destroys all spell and trap cards. So you can have some cool combination even with your cards to destroy it, get rid of monsters from the opponent, for example with Torrential Tribute, and even destroy the back row of your opponent. It's just such a cool card with it can do pressure pretty good. Of course, it's weak against chaos because it just gets banished. That's why no one plays it in competitive ways, I think. But it's pretty cool because we have the Hand of Nephthys, which can search the Sacred Phoenix from deck by just tributing this and another monster. It's a wind, so it can be searched by the Flying Kamakiri #1. Super cool synergy here, and because we play the Sacred Phoenix engine, this is a control deck because you mostly have scapegoats when you play this card. But for the Harpies we have 3 Harpy Ladies #1, they are searchable by the Kamakiri, very cool, and we love our one and only brick Harpy Lady Sisters. I think this was in 80% of my matches in my start hand. We love it, we need it, we have it. Then we have a tribe, we have a Sangan, which can search out Cyberstein. I think in a deck like this there has to be a Cyberstein, it's more fun potential and it works pretty good with Last Will, as you may recognize in my videos. This one is the perfect Last Will trigger, that's why we play also Cyberstein in the deck, and because this one is a spellcaster and a level 2, we have Apprentice Magician, because this one can search out a level 2 or lower spellcaster monster from deck and special summons it in face down defense position when this one got destroyed by battle. That's why we play also 2 Magician of Faiths, because it's a control deck, it's pretty good in here and it's searchable by the Apprentice Magician, so we have very cool synergy with all these cards. And because this is a control deck and we sometimes want to trigger Last Will by tributing, we also have a Jinzo. That's it for the monsters, not so many. For the spells we have the Trinity, we have Snatch. Again, we have 2 Elegant Egotists, we have 2 Knocks and 3 Last Wills. We really want to see that card, we have cool combinations with it and that's why we play 3. We have an MST, Heavy Storm, Premature Burial. I decided to have 2 Scapegoats and 2 Metamorphosis. Sometimes you can forget that Metamorphosis is also a very good Last Will trigger card. You can just Metamorphosis any of these cards away to get something and to trigger Last Will. Pretty cool here. And since we play a control deck, we have 1 creature swap. I have 1 in the side because there wasn't really space. But we have a lot of targets that are good for creature swap, even maybe a Hand of Nephthys that is dead or we can't really use. We better have an opponent's monster than this one. Then we have an enemy controller, also a very cool card. The longer I play Goat, the better I think this is. It's very flexible like Book of Moon. We can do pretty cool stuff with it, and it's also a Last Will trigger. We don't play so many traps, so we have Torrential, Mirror Force, Ring and Call of the Hornet. That's it for the main deck. In the side, Cyberjar. We have a Spell Canceller, like I said in the other videos, pretty cool synergy with the Wind and just great against Reasoning Gate. We have Swords, we have the second creature swap, we have 2 Sakuretsu Armors, we have an Ashura Priest, always when I play creature swaps, we have an Ashura Priest, and always when I play Stein, we have Token Thanksgiving. Of course, our Morphing Jar, we have a Kaiku against Turbo, We have a soul release. I think this is pretty cool. I like the card. Sometimes I think it's maybe a little bit underrated against turbo or maybe zombies or so. That's why I want to test it. That's why I want to test it a little bit more. And that's why we have it here. We have a breaker on the side because we didn't really have the space and we don't care so much about back row with the Jinso. And like I said, the space with these Harpies is pretty tight. But we can side it in against like burn or anything that has crap heavy stuff. And 2 Royal Decrees, we can easily side out something like Call or anything we don't really need against like burn or maybe even against like Warrior. But folks, this is the deck. I am so curious what duels we will have. Again, as always, we will have a replay and then we have some real matches. As always, folks, as always, first we have some replays and then we have some real matches. Replay number 1, welcome to the match. I just remember this deck has so much potential for cool plays. I have, like always, I don't have any memory of the match itself, but I assume it was cool. See this? You see those? I have nothing to add. I just have nothing to add. This is our curse this week. We decided just to set the scapegoats, which was the right decision, I think. We have a Mother Grizzly, so this is maybe water. They attacked into 1 goat. So we would even have the combo. But I want to respect the back row. But we could go all in here. But we could also chill. Just set the Mirror Force. I think that would be the better play. Yeah. In the end, we're a control deck, so... no hurry. Duo. Unfortunately, we hit the knock, which is dead, and they have a serpent. So now there's a reason to set them off. Reason 1, knock is gone. And the chances are not very likely they have another one. And we can get back to duo. Of course, duo gets worse with the serpent. So they kind of played their important cards, I think. Why is there not an animation of the ocean? Is it because it's a replay? Weird. Well, we decided to summon the Harpy Lady. Use Elegant Egotist. We do not bring Harpy Lady Sisters, since it's in our hand. Always get the things out of the deck. Very unfortunate they had Torrential. That's the risk we took. But we drew another scapegoat, and I think we just leave the Mirror Force on field. Yeah. Breaker. Sometimes the universe doesn't want you to do something. So now we can have a last will play if we want. In this situation, we really should go for it. But unfortunately, they have a Mirror Force, but last will triggers anyway. We decided to get Sangan because I think in this situation Maybe we should even use the duo. Okay, we decided not to. The attack onto the Sangan. We still have the scapegoats. Oh yeah. So end phase scapegoats. And now we can see some Phoenix action. Sorry guys, if I could have like predicted that we get like Hand of Nephthys, but with so many Harpy decks and something mixed up and such, sometimes it can be confusing. So I didn't think about the Phoenix right now, but so good to see it on field. Such a cool card. Unfortunately very underplayed in GOAT format. But there are some reasons. So we set the call. I still didn't want to use the duo. Revival Jam. Awesome. We can chain call to get a plus from the Sangan. Very good. And Sacred Phoenix comes back next turn. So we get a Sangan Surge. I think maybe Exiled Force. Faith. Don't we play Exiled Force? I think we do with Last Will. Unfortunately, we don't have an out against the Leviathan Dragon. Daedalus? Daedalus? I don't know. Unfortunate with the ring. We still have a chance. If we would have used duo, we would be dead now. So never underestimate the power, like Arnie would say. Hopefully they... it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. GG. Nice to see some Leviathan Dragon action. Nice to see some water. So, we got the Phoenix out. That's what we are here for. Very cool. Doesn't really matter if we win or lose. So, we have Jinso. Creature swap metamorphosis. I think I would do nothing actually. Maybe set a bait. Okay, we decided to summon the Harpy. I think I would even set like creature swap. Okay, we didn't do anything. Breaker. Well, at least we could bring back the Harpy with Premature and even trigger Last Will. Get a Stein out. Creature swap the Stein. Up the back row. Okay, this will be a huge... No. So unfortunate. So unfortunate. But here we have a creature swap play, at least. Very nice. Get out another Kamakiri. We didn't use Last Will. I think this would be better next turn. Let's see what they do. Lekunga with the ocean. So they just trade. Alrighty. I think that is a clean win. Last Will. Tribute Summon Jinso. Get Stein. And win. Awesome. Last Will is so broken. It is just so broken. GG. Very nice. I think the decks with like Stein and Last Will are almost the most fun, especially like for content reasons. So they start, we have a Last Will trigger already in hand. We have two Kamakiris, which is not the best, of course. But I think we just summon Kamakiri and see what happens. Mother Grizzly. Into Serpent. Yeah, that's the obvious play. Unfortunately, our scapegoat will be hit by MST. They attack into the Kamakiri. I think we could get a Harpy. So Kamakiri is 1700 and can trade with the Lekunga. This would be a cool play, I think. Okay, we decided to get another Kamakiri. I think the Harpy play would be cooler, but they have like a lot of back row, so we use Will. Tag into the Lekunga. I think now we get Hand of Nephthys, maybe? And Sangan? Okay, we go into Stein. I'm so curious what we decided here. Okay, we can get like Gatling Dragon, maybe? Or maybe even Ryo Senshi. King Dragoon. Here we go. Then we use Hand of Nephthys, unfortunately from hand, but Torrential would have been crazy. Here, enemy controller. Look at this. Ah, Solemn. Okay. Well, we have the tribe. Unfortunately, Phoenix doesn't come back. Ring. I do not see how we lose this. Except Mirror Force. Oh man. Exactly, Mirror Force. This is so unfortunate, but that's the risk you take. This is game. With the token, shoutouts to Cagnati. Here we have some game Lekunga action. GG's. Very nice match against Marshit 024. Super cool. Love the deck already. It's so great. Always happy to have some cool opponents. So this is it for replay number 1. Can't wait for number 2 because you see this deck is just cool. So see you next duel. Welcome to the second replay of our Phoenix Harpy deck against Afterscope. I think this was got a feeling I heard this name before. Maybe it is a themed based name, I don't know. If you know it, let me know in the comments, please. So they start with Grace. We also have a Grace. Very nice. Discarding Breaker. So this hand must be broken. Not anymore. I always think I think I'm way too funny, so. They have a Dust Shoot. So I think, yeah, they get rid of the Stein. Unfortunately. This would be cool. Stein. Open field. But open field, still cool with the Graceful. Let's see. Enemy controller, unfortunately no will, but we would have needed another an opponent's monster anyways, so. We discard Harpy Lady. I decided Mirror Force because it was so early in the game and we had the Kamakiri which we wanted to be attacked anyways. And they knew about the Mirror Force, so I think these were good reasons to get rid of those cards. That's a thing with like taking notes. I know what they know if I look at the notes. If you don't like write it down, me as an opponent also don't know what cards they know if I forget it. Like, I hope you know what I mean. They have DD Designator, pretty cool. I think this is like one of the most beautiful cards, if not the most beautiful cards in Gold format. Maybe because I remember this was my first Dark Crisis holo I got from a booster pack. I was like, man, this looks so cool. This has to be good, but I like the card. In this case, like if you have a Dust Shoot or anything, this is pretty cool. But in the end, it's a 1-for-1 from hand. So I know it gets banished. I don't know. Maybe what's the name? Mind Crush. Maybe Mind Crush is even better, but it's not black and white. Like, you can discuss all the time about stuff like this. Is it better to have multiple copies to grave or like one copy banished? So, but I think it's a cool card. We decided to attack just with the Kamakiri. I let this card be on screen because it looks so cool. I think DD Warrior Lady in general really stands out. All the like DD Warrior, I wish DD Warrior would be in Gold format because it's such a cool looking card. And Assailant. If you are a real one from the beginning, you know I really like DD Assailant. So they call back a Breaker, which is weird if you ask me, but they will have their reasons, maybe for Tribute Summon. They designated our Apprentice Magician away. So Tsukiyomi, I think they have a knock. They don't. We set the Elegant Egotist as a bait. They attack into the Kamakiri. I think we get another Kamakiri, and if they attack again into it, we get a Hand of Nephthys. Yeah, perfect. So we can get back Graceful. Then use the effect, have a use of the Magician of Faith. Awesome. Good thing for us, they didn't know about like any Phoenix stuff yet, so maybe they didn't expect this to come. Creature swap. Well, glad to have the enemy controller. So let's see. That's why they attacked into it, because they wanted to have maybe a use and like a use of the creature swap and ruin our plans. But enemy controller, MVP. So now we change plans a little bit, but I think we get the Graceful back first. Because now it gets tricky. I kind of remember this match. So we will need two monsters as tributes if we want to summon the Phoenix. So I think we don't need Knock here in this situation, and I don't think we need... Well, we need the Harpy Lady as tribute fodder for Hand of Nephthys if we tribute Moth first for enemy controller. So I think we get rid of Knock. And I think Scapegoat in this situation. Yeah. Then we pot, or we summon Phoenix first. I think that's better even, yeah. Oh, we have the Egotist. I forgot about this one, awesome. So we get the sisters, okay. We didn't draw it this time. We didn't draw it this time. Now we pot. We took the risk of drawing Phoenix. Wouldn't be the end of the world, but we draw into another Egotist. Man, I love this match already. Another Harpy lady. And now we can use enemy controller, tribute them off. Unfortunately, they scoop before we can show our play, but you could have imagined what we did here. So pretty cool. Really, really like this. Yeah, Moth is just a great card. So we have a good hand, but we decided in Soul Release, and of course we draw Soul Release. I tell you every time I play any deck with Soul Release, I draw it. Turn 1. I think in Cagnati, always when we sided it in, we drew it. If you didn't check it out, I will link it here. The Water Return deck of Cagnati, who topped top 16 at the GGP in Munich this year. We used Duo, we hit the Metamorphosis, they again discarded Breaker, so really no Breaker play this match. We used Pots, we set them off, and nothing else. So maybe we can have Pot back or a Graceful. Look what we drew. Hello. So we have 3 full bricks in hand, so we definitely... I wish we would have Graceful. That would be perfect. Like discarding Sacred Phoenix. We get it back with Prima. So we used Knock on the new one because they didn't flip the first one. We really wanted to use Knock first to thin the deck if this like was Moth, which it was. So 3 Moths out of the deck, very nice. Using Pot now, we have the Hand of Nephthys. It's in hand again, unfortunately, but who cares? So I think we just summon hand, use the effect, summon Sacred Phoenix. Very nice. It is a Reaper. So for next turn we would have a Snatch Steal to get rid of this. But we shouldn't do it now because why should we? They don't know about our Snatch Steal yet. And I just remembered they used DD Designator because they thought we have a 3rd Moth in hand. That is so risky, if you ask me. But don't have it. Okay, unfortunately, I don't remember this, but they scooped. Let's see what we can't see what we would have drawn, but I really want to see what they had in hand. I just wanted to watch the replay, but we can just watch the hand here. So they had Metamorphosis, Creature Swap, and another Metamorphosis. It looks so bad, if you ask me. 3 Metamorphosis, man. This was Brick City. Yeah, I think maybe we would have had this, I think, but that's replay number 2 of Phoenix Harpies. So cool. Really, really love the deck. I will play it in the future also, I think, because Phoenix decks are just fun with the Scapegoats, with the Apprentice Magician, with Hand of Nephthys. This card is so cool. You just need one more monster and can't get this guy out of the deck. So fun. That's it for the replays, folks. We will now have a real match, so see you next duel. Alrighty, Phoenix action incoming. Scissors wins. We go first, for sure. Have fun. Mike 1-9, Mike 19. Alright, I think summon Kamakiri. Oh, we have an iPad player. We have an iPad player. Let's set the ring and keep the scapegoat for later. Set monster, alright. So this could be Spy, Decoichi. I don't want to use creature swap here. Let's just get in. It's a Sangan. Very, very happy we didn't creature swap. I did this in the past to like creature swap some set monsters, but now we don't really have any Cyan to like worry about any like spells in grave or anything like that. So it is searched for Moth. I don't really want to set anything, so not even a Moth. Yep. So even if they would have set the Moth, they don't have any spells in grave. Okay. This is weird. Not really something to do here. I think we set the scapegoat and pass the turn. Yeah, of course. But at least we can chain escapes. Okay. I really wonder what they have. So, very good that we have another Kamakiri. So first damage coming in, finally. Nothing more to do here. We sit comfortably with our little tokens. Graceful. Trunade and Nog, is this control? Thunder Dragon. The heck? But I have two Thunder Dragons and a Moth. Duo is fine. Okay. Let's get rid of Snatch, I think. Let's get rid of Swap. No, let's get rid of Snatch. So they know about our knock. I think. No, they don't know about the knock. Here comes Zork, which will be swapped over. Enemy controller. This would also be an out against the Zork, but fortunately for us, we have The knock. This should be Moth. Yep. Play 2. Yep. So, creature swap. Tag into the token. Set Moth. Set enemy controller. That's the turn. Looking good. So no dark in grave. That's fine. Could get back creature swap. Oh, next turn. Oh, this will be huge. This will be huge. Alright. So, we use Moth. We get back Snatch. Use enemy controller. Man. Now last will. Oh, we can only take face-up monsters. But that's not a problem. Ah. We take the Sork. I screwed that a little bit up with the Snatch. Should have read the enemy controller first. So now, last will. Hello, Cyberstein. Hello. We could get Fiend Skull Dragon, but if that's a spy, that would be pretty bad. I think we get Gatling Dragon, and if we lose the coin flip, I just vomit. Alright. Perfect. Ooh! Lucky us. G to the G. Wow. Unfortunately, no Phoenix, no Harpy, no Harpy stuff at all. But we won game 1. I don't complain. I just forgot we play against Turbo, right? Yeah, something. Thunder Dragon, Chaos. Yeah. Alright. I did some matches this evening, so we need Soul Release, we need Kaiku. I think we want the Decree. Not sure yet. So we swap Kaiku for one Kamakiri. And Soul Release for one Moth, I think. No. One Egotist. Let's get him a Morphing Jar for a Moth. I think that's fine. Sure. Why not? Always. Early soul release. Harpy Lady Sisters. There's no match without them in our start hand. Alright. At least that. So this is gone, and I think... Yeah, sure. Did we side out the egotist? I think so, right? So, Graceful Charity. Not bad. So, Soul Release is definitely too early here. Tribe. I don't like Tribe so early, to be honest. Spot. I am so sorry. But sometimes it is like that. So we had full Trinity. We hit the Storm. A Zoo. Okay, glad we get rid of the Soul Release. So this is our only monster. But I don't want to waste the will. Scapegoats. I was kind of thinking this is maybe kind of control-ish. So the creature swap is pretty useless here. Maybe they sided it in to like counter the creature swap. But to be honest, I totally forgot what they are playing, so it looks so unbelievably horrible if I look at the fact that we had full Trinity. But if you draw bricks, what should you do? All is good. All is good. Yep. Storm is gone, so we've reset everything and passed the turn. So we should definitely get Kamakiri in end phase, because then Tribe can't kill it. We get Tribe. Yeah. Because then we can get rid of the scapegoats. Uh-huh. Man, oh man. We could... Well. Let's do this. That's what we are here for. So we activate Last Will. Summon Hand of Nephthys. Cryo. And summon our Sacred Phoenix of Nephthys. Then Last Will triggers. We will get, I think, let's get Kamakiri. Or maybe even the Apprentice Magician. No. I think, okay, no trap is gone from the opponent. Let's try to attack into the tribe. Ooh, that is rude. That is so rude. Alright. Can we... Yeah, let's try to kill the tribe. Crash the Harpy with the tribe. Man. All answers. Well, at least their tribe is also shut down. But what is this deck? I don't see it. I really, really don't see it. So skill drain, control. I don't know. Card destruction. Okay. Actually, I'm not sure if we have anything to beat this skill drain, to be honest. Yeah, with the serpent it's game. Okay. Can just defend ourselves. Very unfortunate. Because Jinso, I'm not sure about the ruling. But I think skill drain negates Jinso. I would have to check this, but I think it should be fine. So definitely siding in these. Side out the swap. Side out soul release. I think we want the knock. Don't want morphing jar. We want the Jinso. We want the Kaiku. The recruiters get worse without the creature swap. One monster. Let's get out one knock. I want torrential. Yeah. Pretty hard to side against a deck like this. Okay. Better hand than before, I think. Alright. So, of course we could wait with the pot, but I don't think we should do this. So let's pot here. Jinso. Let's set the Kamakiri. And the ring. And I think even the Saku. Because we want to have a use of it before maybe Jinso hits the field. Yep, you're fine, opponent. Thunder Dragon. Yep. Ring on summon. Perfect. You get 300 back. Yep. In the beginning of GOAT, I was so confused about the prio ruling with breaker and the spell counter. Hello, hello. Who's there? The sisters, I tell you, it's just crazy. So I think we should tribute the Kamakiri for Jinso. They have Snatch. Let's do this. Of course it will shut down our Sakuretsu, but I don't think we have to worry about it too much. Jinso was like the best card back in the days for us, like... Uh-huh. There you go, Jinso. It was very nice with you. Thank you for your service. Hello, Stein. Mm-hmm. I think it's too early. Let's set Marth. Pass the turn. Yep. So I think they definitely play BLS. I'm not sure right now if we saw Sork or if this was another match. There's a Moth. Would we let this attack go through? Is the question. Yeah. Get back pod. I think they have a Solemn and don't know that they can't activate it in... Can't, unfortunately. Well, unfortunately for you. Fortunately for us. So we know this one is skill drain. So we ought definitely. Duo. Last will. This skill drain is kind of annoying. We can't summon something when they have skill drain. Let's duel. Stein doesn't do much anyways here. With the skill drain, there goes the Moth. And Bazoo. Let's summon Kaiku. And attack. I assume they activate skill drain, that's fine. They get 200 damage. We pass the turn. Good thing is, even if they have Chaos, doesn't matter which one of those, they just can't attack, so we could use the Sakuretsu armor. We bring back Jinzo now. Nice. Okay. But I think... Okay, unfortunately, Jinzo wouldn't work here, like I said before, to the opponent. We could bring back Kamakiri. Just beat in. Let's summon the Harpy. Just attack. I don't think we have to do something crazy here. I don't see the skill drain. This is a weird schoolyard deck. Unfortunately, our scapegoat is dead now. But I don't see how they come out of this situation. We could have gotten Jinzo. It just wouldn't negate the skill drain. Man, I'm so dumb. Yeah, get what you want. But I think, like I said, this is over anyways. Wished we could have some Stein action, but unfortunately, there is the skill drain. So now it's time for the Saku. Not really necessary, but why not using it when you have the chance? We don't get back Jinzo. It's too risky with Torrential, so let's get the Harpy to defense and attack with Kaiku. Okay. Actually, this is fine. Because they are so low and we have the scapegoats. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Little Stein action. Thank you, Storm. Thank you so much. So now we go to attack, summon Stein, do its thing. Let's get Darkfire Dragon. Wow, nice. Yeah, we even had the Phoenix, and we had Harpy on field. That's all I gotta say about this. Okay, this was Dimension Fusion Turbo. Weird. Well, okay, they banish. But I don't see the skill drain. But like I said, it was a cool match. Could be happier with the outcome, with the end. Wished myself more Harpy stuff, of course, but you can't have it all. I'm just satisfied with the outcome and with the last match especially. We had so cool matches here. So this is it for Harpies Phoenix of Nephthys. I'm happy we were able to summon it. It survived one whole turn, if I remember right. I really like the deck with the like enemy controller and everything. Pretty cool. Let me know in the comments what you think about this deck. Um, I think this is the perfect moment to close this video up. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, give it a thumbs up. This is it for Harpies Phoenix of Nephthys. Construct signing out. See you tomorrow for the next video.